Welcome to Geeking Off Fitness. My name is Bassie, creator of this channel. This channel is dedicated to fitness, self-development, education, and physical and mental health advocacy. So I'm starting the first video of this channel with a very moderate leg day. So I warm up on the Stairmaster for anywhere about 10 to 12 minutes. And although I didn't include a clip of it, I did dynamic stretch before I work out. So you should always dynamic stretch before you do a weighted workout. And dynamic stretching is basically just stretching in motion, and do static stretch, which is just, static stretching at the end of your workouts. So this is me just warming up. I'm increasing the speed about every 50 to 60 seconds as I'm going through this exercise. And I have every exercise sped up just for the sake of time. And as you can see, I'm coming down the stairs and I'm breaking out in a sweat, drinking my water, making sure I'm staying hydrated, making sure everything is all good. So now I'm starting the first exercise, which is the leg press. So I'm doing 4 plates for right now. I can do way more to start off, but because I hadn't done a leg day in a while, so I just wanted to start off on 4 plates just to get a nice loading on. And this is just me just cleaning the equipment. I'm very much a clean freak, especially at the gym. I don't want to contract MRSA or some other kind of virus or, some kind of like head infection or whatever. So I'm always cleaning my equipment off. And I really focus on just getting in form, getting my breath under control, and really emphasizing the eccentric movement. So this video is sped up, but I've really focused on the principle of time under tension, which is basically focusing on the eccentric, slowing down the eccentric and stretching it out as long as possible. And the eccentric is basically you coming down with the weight. It's the loading phase of the weight. So as you can see, I'm coming down with the weight as slow and controlled as possible. And you can also see the way that I'm breathing as well. Breathing in through my nose, out through my mouth. As I come down, I'm breathing in through my nose. As I push out, I'm breathing out through my mouth. So this is just how I go about my exercises and just really focus on my breath. So now this is my second set, loading on another plate, so 5 plates on each side. And I'm just eyeing myself in the mirror and stretching out. So again, really focusing on that eccentric motion, time under tension, really controlled, nice breath. Exhaling out when I'm pushing out. And that's a point that's not really emphasized much at the gym. I see a lot of gym bros not really breathing at all when they're doing an exercise, which is really dangerous. You really don't want to be holding in your breath as you're doing an exercise. So make sure that you're breathing completely in and out, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Or even if you're exhaling, you could exhale out through your nose as well if you don't want to mouth breathe. But breathing is so important. And also, people don't take their time with these motions. Again, time under tension really maximizes hypertrophy and strength. If you're just blowing through these sets, you're not getting anything out of it. So that's my belief. So there has to be deliberate motion through anything. So now I'm on to my second exercise, which is the calf raises. So I'm just loading on my weights right now, checking on each side, making sure the weights are loaded on right. And you guys can't see it, but there's a platform underneath me for me to be able to do the calf stretch, the calf raises, because you need to get the full stretch from at the top and at the bottom. So make sure that there's a platform right underneath your feet as you're doing these calf raises, especially if you're doing them on, this is the Smith machine. So you want to be able to get the full contraction up and on your way down. So now it's my second set of it, and I still have the same weight on. And so the first set I did 20 reps. This one, I think I did 18 reps, if I'm not mistaken. And as you can see, I'm kind of in pain and agony. I come dancing out to the music a little bit, just being goofy. So, and then I just try to push out a little bit more. Now it's on to my third set of these calf raises. Again, trying to adjust my feet. Making sure, again, this video is sped up, but making sure that there's a full contraction on the way up, and on the way down, and making sure that I'm breathing the entire time. Everything is about deliberation, deliberate movement, and purpose, So don't just go blowing through these sets, blowing through these exercises, especially if you're new. I'm mostly doing this first video for anybody who's new and everybody who just needs some tips or some pointers on how to do these motions. So now this is the third and last exercise that on this video, which is the squat. So I don't recommend for beginners to use the free rack squat until they're comfortable on hack squat or the Smith machine, which is the machine right behind me. As you see, there's another guy in these blue shorts who's doing it. That's the Smith machine. You want to do that squat on the Smith machine first because it's all about safety. You want to know the form for squat. You want to know how to safely rack it onto your traps. You don't want to rack it on your neck because you're going to hurt your cervical spine. You need it on your trapezius muscles, which are your back muscles. and you need to know how to come down with it, with the weight, and come back up with it. So the Smith machine basically takes away the need to balance, and you're just focusing up and down motion, because once you do free rack, now you have to balance. Now you have to really do a balancing act. That's why when you see me load on with the squat, I take a couple steps back and I really have to just wait and for myself to adjust and make sure that everything is even. So please don't try to do free rack squat right away. Please do it on a hack squat machine or the Smith machine first, especially the Smith machine. It's going to be definitely very helpful for you. So this is just me racking it back, and I actually hurt my finger there. What's interesting is that in neurobiology, when we rub an area of our body that's in pain, we're actually activating the mechanoreceptors at that region through a top-down process. Basically, we're sending a signal to our brain to basically just decrease the amount of pain sensation going to that area by activating those mechanoreceptors, and that serves to decrease the amount of pain that's in that area. So that's why I've been biting my finger and was rubbing it. So that's just something for you guys to learn. So now I just want to show you guys that I'm actually just a college student, and I'm actually a cell biology neuroscience major. I'm heading into medical school in July. So my life consists of studying a lot and just being a full-time student, but I also go to the gym as well, so this is why I call it geeking off fitness, because I'm a geek, but I also really care about fitness, self-development, self-improvement. When I'm not wasting time scrolling through social media like most of us do, I like to read books, I like to go out to the park, I like to deep think, I like to listen to podcasts on neuroscience and psychology. So people like Andrew Huberman, people like Jordan Peterson, I listen to a lot. Anything about finance, just general self-development, self-improvement, anything in history. I love history. I'm very much interested and passionate about things that most people my age probably wouldn't be interested in. And I really am just devoted to bettering myself, improving, and really making sure that I'm at the top of my game in everything. And there's basically not much else to say besides I like doing challenging things. I like receiving an email like this about how I'm performing. I like doing cold plunges, something that's very challenging, something that serves to better my mental health as well as my physical health. This really helps boost your immune system, but also the amount of clarity and focus that you get from these cold baths is just amazing. And again, this is something to challenge yourself, pushing yourself beyond your very limit. Deliberate cold exposure, deliberate exercise, deliberate anything. Always doing things with purpose and intent. This is what I want to instill, these values that I want to instill in you guys, my audience. These are the books that I'm currently reading right now. Start with Why, and I'm going to get into 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. And this is what I love to do. And then I'm also a big anime nerd. So without further delay, welcome to my new channel, Geeking Off Fitness. My name is Bassi again. I hope to see you guys, and I hope that you guys follow me through this journey, and I hope you guys adopt the same mentality and the same routine that I'm doing. And so again, this is going to be a mix of fitness, geek stuff, and self-improvement content.